Check, check, 1, 2, ayy, check, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot, fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they tatted. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Yeah, ayy. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon. The demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, a demon, a session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden, playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions, that is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend, I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on Axe. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you gonna learn something. Roll with me, you gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay study. Stank face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting. She hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2, get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents, cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2, get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2, get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. Own me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top with the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top with the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3307 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy Papa Swole, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everston K2, flexing on all you beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam. Thank you for being here. Obviously, today is Memorial Day, so it is a day that we honor the fallen, those that have sacrificed everything for our freedoms. This is not a celebratory day. I know a lot of you have off, and people tend to celebrate a long weekend and forget what day this actually is. We're not celebrating veterans. We are honoring the fallen. Memorial Day is for those that have given everything, absolutely everything, their lives, their family, their future, for the freedoms that we so often take for granted. So today, I sent out a Swole text asking the 3 things that you're grateful for. So we are going to go through some of those responses. We do have new releases. We'll take some questions, but thank you everyone for being here. And I hope you have a respectful, and I do hope you have a nice day. And if you know anyone, you're related to anyone, you have any interactions with anyone that has served, of course, it extends to those that did put it all on the line. Even if you came back in one piece, we're grateful that you did come back in one piece. But there's a lot of people that did not, and that's what you sign up for. And that is the greatest sacrifice. So take a moment today and give your prayers, your thoughts, your respect, and understand that even though we have a lot of, I don't want to say, I guess, ups and downs day to day, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. There's a reason why people continue to fight so hard for what we have here in the United States. It is a very unique country. And even though our freedoms are always under attack, as we have seen, today is a great day to remember that there is always more to give. And the reason why we have an amazing country is because of those sacrifices. So let's get a little America. Thank you for everyone that that has given their all. And of course, a lot of people come back, and when you make those sacrifices and you go through that, you might have come back in one piece, but you're missing your brothers and your sisters, and there's people that you weren't able to bring back. So a lot of people do come back, but a part of them dies overseas and all these tragic instances. So thank you for your service to even law enforcement, first responders, people that show up to intense situations. But today is for the military and for those that have made the greatest sacrifice. So thank you so much for those of you that have done so. Let's read some of these responses, because a lot of you have either served or you have family or grandparents that have served. So let's read some of these. What are you thankful for? I asked 3 things that you are grateful for in just reflecting today on Memorial Day. Aaron says, number 1, 3 things they're grateful for. Aaron says, the Bill of Rights and our Constitution based. Number 2, coming from a family of veterans and first responders who put their lives on the line daily. And number 3, another day to, in asterisks, freely train on Memorial Day. Stay in the fucking gym in Memorial Day 2025. Absolutely. So we have to honor the fallen. And look, again, in doing so today, it's also doing, look, you have the freedom, you have your life, you have the ability to invest in yourself and future generations. And even the simple things, the simple habits, the simple executions is important. So make your gains today, eat well, get some sun, take moments throughout the day, as much as you want, as much as you need, to just ponder and think about what people have sacrificed for your ability to go to the fucking gym. You know, we say that, I say that not frivolously, because obviously it's like, you know, this is a heavy day for our country. A lot of people default to like celebrations and stuff like that, but it's misguided. You know, this is not a holiday weekend. This is a remembrance day. And, you know, you do what you can. You do what you can. And again, people sacrifice their entire life, their future, the well-being of their family, but they did it for their families, did it for your family. And it's an important time to remember. It's an important day. You should be remembering this and be grateful every day. But you can honor them by going to the fucking gym and throwing around some steel. A lot of people are doing the classic, I guess, the CrossFit workout, Murph. You know, people, you can celebrate in different ways, and celebrate meaning honor. And go to the fucking gym, take care of your health, invest in yourself and your family. And that's what these sacrifices were made for. Danny says, God, I have a roof and food, and I'm physically able to still move, lift, and exercise. Though some things have had to be modified over the years, I'm still able to do it. Wise words? Absolutely. grateful for the little things. And that's not a little thing. That's not a little thing. We live in such an amazing time that having a roof over your head and having food in your belly, that's not a small thing. Throughout history, that was everything, right? That was everything. Having a roof over your head and having food in your belly. That was absolutely everything. Now we have not one car, you have two cars, and you have computer, you have electricity, you have air conditioning, you have not just food, you have a refrigerator that keeps your food longer. You don't have to go hunt for your food. Other people, we have so many things that are, a lot of people don't have context. If you travel around the world, you see all the poverty and the destitution. And if you you've gone through poverty and, a lot of us have experienced not having food in the fridge or not having a roof over your head for temporary periods of time or extended periods of time. And these are things that we often take for granted, but having a roof and food, that's literally been the main goal every day for humanity for thousands of years, is just to have food, a belly full of food, and a roof over your head. And we have so much more. So much more. You go through your day and you don't worry about having food the next day. You go through your day and know you're going home to a house. It's just so basic, but throughout thousands of years, that was always a question mark for people. Having clean water. The clean water wasn't even a thing in the last 100 years. Clean water. And we have sparkling water and bottled water and reverse osmosis filtered water. Like, we have it easy. But why do we have it easy? Why do we have it so good? We have it so good because of the trials and tribulations of, our ancestors getting on a fucking wooden boat with rats and scurvy and shit and being like, well, this country sucks. Let's go and start our own. Let's go somewhere else. And you're out in the ocean for 3 months, just family members are dying. Everyone's getting disease. You're going to a new land of just woods and you're like, what's here? And then natives are attacking you. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. All that stuff happened so you can live the way you live today. A lot to be grateful for. All right, Jeremy says, first, the freedom to seek out my spiritual beliefs. Second, the freedom to speak freely about my feelings towards the government. And third, to be in a country with quality facilities to work on my health. Based. Pam says, in the chat, Pam says, I used to love all the stories my grandma used to tell me. We truly have it easy. All these things, it's so funny in the sense of irony that 100 years ago, guess what happens, right? Guess what happened? You'd cook your food, you'd kill an animal. And what would you do? You wouldn't waste anything, right? You'd use the bones for weapons or for structural things. You'd take the hide for shoes or for clothing or for tapestries, right? Or blankets. You would take the organs or you would boil the bones for broth. You would use every last bit of the animal, every last bit. Now, most people don't even eat the organs. We don't have bone. I know we do, but now they're luxurious health foods and stuff like that. Our ancestors had it right. You want to use every last bit of these animals, and it's just interesting how things shift. People are like, ew, organ meats are all bone broth or eating liver. It's like, you didn't waste a damn fucking thing. You didn't waste a thing. You used it all. You used all of it. Just something to think about. I just saw that when Pam mentioned that. All right, Melissa. Good morning, Papa. I'm grateful for God, my family, and freedom. So much gratitude for all that serve and have served our country. Indeed. And just a reminder, right? And obviously, we extrapolate a lot of this from Memorial Day. We extrapolate that to anyone that's currently serving and have served. And true, that's Veterans Day. Memorial Day, again, specifically is for the fallen. You're honoring the fallen, people that died. And, just think about it. You have so many people and so many pictures and videos of people visiting graveyards. And I see all these pictures online of, widows and their kids, and they're wearing a sundress, and the little boy and little girl, and they're at a gravesite. It's fucking sad, but that's what that's why it's called the greatest sacrifice. Yeah, it's really humbling. we get to enjoy our day. We get an extra day, right? Oh, the big weekend. Everyone goes out on their boats and they're barbecuing. And I know it's different for everyone. So again, when you sacrifice for the country, some people celebrate. I mean, if you don't have any like immediate connection with anyone that you know, I'm not saying you have to sit around and cry all day, but it's just, it hits everyone differently, but it's important to remember specifically what this day is about. And unfortunately, a lot of the holidays get so diluted in our country and everything becomes like a sale or a special or it commercializes everything. Memorial Day, you get to get a, 20% off on a fucking Hyundai. It's like, it's unfortunate, the commercialization and the bastardization of what today has become. But it's important to remember. It's important to remember like literally what it's about. And it's intense. It's intense. So just take a moment. Take a moment today, right now, and again, just reflect on what you have and what you're grateful for, and what you have is because of those sacrifices. Michelle says, Yo, Bish, I'm grateful for the men and women who have fought for our country. Dogs, because they are a reminder of how to live life. If you can't eat it or play with it, pee on it and just walk away. And lastly, I'm grateful for my ability to complete a workout every day, whether that's yoga, going for a walk, and or lifting weights, taking care of your health and doing something physical. Good for you, Michelle. Appreciate that. A lot of great responses. Thank you, everyone. And keep on responding, too. We'll read some more tomorrow and for the rest of the week. We can't get through all of them today. There's a lot of really good responses today, so I appreciate the feedback. Pam says, I'm truly grateful for my health, my 2 sons and daughter-in-law, grandkids who are always cheering me on or keeping me in check when needed also, and my husband. Thankful for all who have given their lives so we can have the life we do now. Based. And Victoria says, this country, our freedoms, and a president that gives a damn. Praise the Lord. I agree. And remember, you should extend that every day. Every day is a chance for you to be grateful. And that's a gratitude practice is a lot of what many of you do in terms of your journaling in the morning. Just remembering, you could do this every day. You can think about 3 things that you're grateful for, and that can change day to day. It could be the same thing every day. Maybe something else pops into your head. If you pick 3 things, it doesn't mean that you don't care about numbers 4, 5, and 6, but on a day to day, there might be 3 different things that you're grateful for. But in the morning and in the evening, at any time, if you're feeling stressed, just pause, take a deep breath, and think about 3 things you're grateful for. So often as humans, we kind of turn on like our anxiety mechanism. We're always concerned about the negative because it's threats. And on an evolutionary level, we're always under threat, right? There's someone attacking, or there's an animal out there, or we need shelter, we need food. There's always a risk. Now in a world where we're kind of like nerfed, we have air conditioning, we have heat, we have cars, we have food, we have antibiotics. Like we have things that are going to protect us in most of the situations that were always dire in the past. So it's important. Focus on the positives, and it makes those negatives really, incidental. Okay, let's get into some really good stuff. Let's get into that was the tip. So we'll move on to the tip. Just an inch. That was just the tip. an inch. It's cold outside. I didn't hit that button. We're moving right into some knowledge cock. So let's get into some questions. And then we'll get into some new releases. We'll load up TikTok. Let's take some questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Drop that in the comments. And today, of course, I'm rocking the world famous Lift merch in honor of Memorial Day. And I'm grateful for the Swole fam. I'm grateful for all of you. And I appreciate all of you being here on a regular basis and listening to the podcast, wherever you listen to the podcast, being a member of the Swole fam, allowing me to do this every day and to provide all this content and my wisdom in Swolenormous X, and to shoot the shit with the greatest fam in the realm every day. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate that. Pam says, did you all listen to Sunday's podcast? One of the best. Thank you. Definitely go and listen on Spotify or Apple Podcast or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Check out episode 3306 and 3305. Both of the Swolosophy episodes of the weekend were fire. I felt the fire. I felt the burn. So if you missed it, go and check it out. Go and check it out afterwards. All right, first question. Drop in the comments. Hashtag
What's in the box?
Ask Papa Swolio from Ramini Sam, Papa Swolio on Instagram. Papa Swolio, what age did you start training? First time I ever lifted weights was 13 years old, and I started lifting more consistently at 16, 17, fucking around at a local gym in high school. But then when I really, really got serious with lifting I was about 18, 19 when I really got into it. When I was really like, I'm going to pack on muscle. I'm going to get jacked. But I was lifting in high school. It just wasn't. I was playing baseball. I wasn't bulking. I was lifting weights, but I wasn't taking it super seriously. But I didn't really go down the rabbit hole yet. So when I went to college is when I really went all into it. All right. Danny Colorado 14 on Instagram. Papa Swolio, any exercise to help with ankle strength and mobility? Oh yeah, lots of them. Ankle strength, you could do alphabets when you first wake up in the morning. Get your anterior tibialis, do toe lifts. You could get an anterior tib bar. Doing things like slant board squats or ass to grass lunges. The deep yogi squats. All these things are very important. Reverse sleds, excellent. You want to work on, if you're trying to improve ankle strength, it really is also going to be knee and hip mobility also. So we have those master classes inside Swolenormous X. We have the ankle mobility masterclass, we have the knee mobility masterclass, and the hip mobility masterclass. Catastrophe on TikTok. Something to strengthen my knees. Start off with reverse sled. Reverse sled is fantastic. Michelle says, totally listened to Sunday's podcast, hit home with some family emergencies that came up on Friday. Mark says Saturdays was my favorite. Thank you, Mark. Martial Arts Mama said I did catch Saturday's episode. And Alex says, yesterday's Swolosophy is one of the most important ones yet. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you go check out 3305 and 3306. Appreciate everyone for checking it out. Glad it helped. And if you're listening on Spotify, you can comment too. So really appreciate all the responses. La Vida Chida de Carlos on Instagram. Papa Swolio, do you think ice baths and sauna make a difference in losing weight? In losing weight. Now, you don't want to lose weight. You want to lose fat. You want to minimize fat. You don't have to be like single digit body fat percentage. Let's get this. Most people don't understand what body fat percentages are. And they see people online and fitness influencers or people that are getting on stage and they're like 5% body fat. I want that body. That's not something that's maintainable. So really, as a dude, you want to have in the low teens. That's better. And as a female, you want to have like in the high teens or low 20s. Women are going to hold a higher body fat percentage. Now, if you're dieting down, you're trying to get shredded for some whatever reason, everyone's going to be a little bit different. And understand that different people are going to look different. So when you're getting on stage, or you're doing a photo shoot or something, or you're seeing all these pictures and lighting and after a pump and this, that, and the other, just understand that different people hold fat and water differently. So you might, and it's really hard to get accurate with calipers and different types of body fat measurements unless you're doing it really accurately and really consistently, the same every time. And you might have two people that look around the same in terms of being lean, and one person's 11%, the other person's 14% or 15%. Certain people might distribute fat differently. They might have more in certain areas. They might have more water retention in certain areas. So the number doesn't really matter. Obviously, you don't want excessive body fat. You don't want to have like a big gut or something like that. And a lot of times that's because of inflammation and leaky gut and other issues. So the body fat percentage isn't really that important. It doesn't matter. And just understand that people online have a very skewed idea and a very skewed concept of what is healthy and a very skewed concept of what a proper body fat percentage is. Like being single digit body fat is not sustainable. It's not healthy long-term. It really isn't, because body fat is important for your hormones. It's important for vitamin and mineral storage. And ladies, you might know this. If you do a lot of endurance training or you are very low body fat, you'll have amenorrhea. You'll skip your menstrual cycles. Like it'll throw you all out of whack. So for women, it's better to be a higher body fat percentage than men. You're going to be. So a woman that looks as lean as a man is going to have a higher body fat percentage. It's just much better for something that's sustainable. So you'll see someone online and aim for that body fat percentage. But the reason why people crash out or they have to do extreme things to get there is because that's what these people do. when you're getting on stage. And the whole reason why you do that is the visual aspect of it, but that's not for health. So if you're bodybuilding, you're doing physique shows, that's not what you do to be healthy. That's what you do to look lean so you win a prize. But if to actually be healthy, low body fat percentages are not ideal, and it's not sustainable for a reason. So getting back to this question, do I think ice baths and sauna make a difference in losing weight? Yes and no, because it's going to come down to muscle mass. It's going to come down to your caloric balance and how many calories you're consuming, the quality of the foods, inflammation. And ice baths and sauna can reduce stress, can make you more resilient, can help you lose like subcutaneous water. So I think it can make a difference in losing weight, but it's not the main factor. So ice baths and sauna is great for your health, and it's great for all these other benefits that can snowball and coincide with proper nutrition and proper sleep. You know, if you're doing sauna and ice baths and you feel great and you're getting quality sleep, that's going to lower cortisol levels. You're going to decrease your body fat percentage over time if your nutrition's on point, if your training's on point. So in my opinion, in my experience, the most important thing would be sauna. Sauna is more important for your overall health than ice baths. I have both. I did the sauna this morning, and I love jumping in an ice bath on non-training days or sometimes in the morning, or if I'm getting sun. I try not to do it after I'm training, but it's hot in Florida. So I like jumping in for a minute or two just to cool off. And I'll do that on non-training days and or earlier in the day before I lift weights if I want to just kind of cool off, or I stick my face in it. It's really nice and refreshing. So I'll probably do that after this. I'll dunk my face in. It's invigorating. And then, you know, I'll go and I'll train. So sauna is fantastic. Sauna is fantastic. So if you had to choose one, I would recommend doing a regular sauna practice. And I generally tend to sauna less in the summer just because I'm getting so much sun. So if I had to choose which one's more important, getting a lot of sun or going the sauna, I would say getting sun. But, you know, if it's cloudy, and this morning it was a little bit cloudy and then it cleared up. So I went in the sauna and then I went in the sun a little bit. So, but if you had to choose one, I would definitely do more of a regular sauna practice. But ice baths, I think they're overrated, but I think it's great for just psychological health, and it's a great addition. But if you had to have something that was foundational, I would recommend people doing sauna more than cold plunging. Okay. Let's see. Vlad Serder. Let's see. Motivation or discipline, and why? Well, I think motivation is a scam. I always say motivation is a lying, untrustworthy whore that will leave you the first chance she gets. So motivation is something that's more associated with feeling. It's a superficial feeling. I feel like doing something. Oh, I'm motivated to train today. I would honestly just throw that word out of your vernacular. Don't even say it. It's worthless. So you need purpose. I say neither. Discipline is a product of purpose. Discipline is a product of purpose and a result of action. So if you have purpose, you take action. And if you have purpose, you take action regularly, and there's your consistency. There's your discipline. So, I mean, discipline is important, but pillar number 7 of the 7 pillars of Swolenormous is consistency. If you have purpose and you take action and you do that regularly, that's consistency. So you can call that discipline also. So motivation's bullshit, but having a purpose behind what you're doing, understanding why you're doing it, and taking action regularly will lead to that discipline and will lead to that consistency. So it's doing the things that need to be done regardless of how you feel. So fuck motivation. It is bullshit. Connor Sharp, are motivation videos useful? Depends on how you phrase useful. If you watch a video and you're like, yeah, I got amped up, and you go to the gym, you watch my videos, yeah, I'm fucking amped. Sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting fired up. You listen to some good music and you kind of get amped, but that's not the determining factor of whether or not you get it done. So you can still get amped up and get fired up and get in the zone. Okay, I always like to watch this. I watch this 5-minute video. Let's say you have it saved on Instagram and it gets you fucking amped for whatever reason. Like, I just love this song, or I love the... Sure, you can get fired up, but you're still going to do it regardless. But it doesn't mean you don't have tools and things that you use to get you in the right state of mind. So there's nothing wrong with that kind of approach, but if you're waiting to feel like it, if you're depending on that, then you're missing the point. That can be a secondary or a tertiary thing that you do in order to execute, but it doesn't affect the fact that you're executing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. M. Creasy, Papa Solia, how do I overcome stress due to sudden and rapid hair loss? How do I overcome stress due to sudden and rapid hair loss? Sounds like, I don't know. I mean, this is just on Instagram, so I don't have any context, but sounds like you're getting them twisted. You have rapid hair loss probably because of stress. Things like alopecia and stuff like that usually is a result of stress, so you want to reduce your stress. But it's kind of like a vicious cycle, chicken or the egg. If you're stressed out and you have hair loss, you're going to be more stressed out because you're losing hair, and then you're going to be losing more hair. If that's like the vicious cycle, right? So what came first? Probably the stress, probably your nutrition, probably your other habits. And then of course you're going to get more stressed out, and then you kind of perpetuate this cycle. So unfortunately, with the experimental gene therapy that so many people were taking over the past couple of years, that has increased hair loss. Mama Swolio sees that. Mama Swolio sees that in her work all the time. People that have gotten vaccinated, quote, it's not really a vaccine, it's gene therapy, but Mama Swolio has seen that people that clumps of hair are falling out all the time. Like it's destroying people's bodies. So just putting that out there, that could be a reason too also. Very common, unfortunately. Ernest Freebird, Papa Soy, what supplements you take? Basics. Go. Okay. Dance, monkey, dance. Tell me what supplements. Go. Creatine, magnesium, sunlight, steak, eggs. Absolutely essential. People need to take the basic ones. That would be great. Creatine, creatine, magnesium, and vitamin D if you don't get a lot of sun or you're in northern latitudes. Those are 3 that are really important. I get a lot of sun during the summer, so I don't need to supplement with vitamin D. It's not going to hurt you if you take some vitamin D also, but those are really important, fundamental. And electrolytes. A lot of you were wondering, if you're in the Swole fam,
What's in the box?
you've been wondering when Kara Alexis is going to post another question. So Kara Alexis, Papa Solia, how to stop thinking about food? Well, I mean, I'm always thinking about food. I guess we'll take out steaks so they're thawed so we can cook them. Or I eat food so I'm full. So I don't know. What do you mean? Food's important. When you're training hard, you're hungry and you need to eat. You need to get nutrition. So there's nothing wrong with thinking about food. What you might be asking is, why am I obsessing and thinking you're having cravings, you're having compulsions? It's because you have addictions and you have to remove them. So there's nothing wrong with thinking about food. I think about food. Either I'm eating food or I have food. Like, we're always taking stuff out. Like, hey, we're going to eat this, or I'll have some leftovers and then I'll cook when Mama Solio gets home or something. So it's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with thinking about food. It's fundamental to our survival and how to thrive. So I think people have this weird idea that if I eat properly, I'm just never going to think about food anymore. It's like, what are you talking about? That's how we live. We live by, it's like, how do I stop thinking about breathing air? It's pretty important. How do I stop thinking about drinking water? What are you talking about? You should be thinking about drinking water, and you should be thinking about eating food. You shouldn't be obsessed about eating garbage. You have to remove yourself from those addictions. If you're addicted to a drug like crystal meth, you're going to be upset. You'll be tweaking out until you get your next hit. So if you're eating garbage food, if you're sucking down tons of vegetable oils and seed oils and processed sugar, yeah, you're going to have those compulsions. But I'm thinking about steak. I'm thinking about fruit. After we're done here, I'm thinking about smashing some mangoes and then working out. So I'm thinking about food. I'm fucking hungry. I'm a human being. What are you talking about? It's like, how do I not think about something anymore? Well, I mean, it's kind of like how we live and how we survive is eating food, or knowing where our next, and again, it's on an evolutionary level. It's on an evolutionary level. We're programmed to always think about food because we didn't used to know where our food was coming from. We had to go hunt it. So it's always in the back of our mind. We have to eat frequently. And yeah, of course you could do fasting, and people have different ways that they want to eat, and we can go longer periods without eating. Sure. And there might be some benefits, and some of you like to do fasting, and I'm not going to get into the details. And some people like it, some people don't. If you're trying to put on muscle and you're training hard, it's not really a good idea. It's overrated, in my opinion. But that's just how we've evolved. So it's normal to think about food and think about your next meal. And just if you prepare ahead of time, you're not going to have to think. If you eat quality food and you're full and you have your next meal set up and you know what you're going to eat, and you know, like, it's okay to think about things and plan in advance. You shouldn't be sitting there like shaking, just thinking about food all the time. That's weird. What I do to get so big? I ate a lot of quality food. I get sleep, and I train hard and progressively overload for decades. That's how you get big. All right. Any more questions? Drop in the comments. Questions that are not retarded are preferred. Gatorade is dog shit. Don't drink Gatorade. Garbage. What's better, Gatorade or water? Water. Put electrolytes in it. Ditch the Gatorade. You're just drinking sugar water. Make your own. Make your own. Put some electrolytes in there. Put some little lemon juice or something. You can make your own. Electrolytes are important. Ultra-processed sugar and synthetic crap like Gatorade is not important. What's my opinion on rice? I'll have it now and again. Organic jasmine rice is our preferred. Once in a while. I wouldn't eat rice all the time, but sometimes you feel the need to carb up a little bit. So have some sweet potatoes if we're making a stew, or I think tonight Mama Soy might make some white rice. We'll put in some bone broth. So there's nothing wrong with that. Again, if you're lifting heavy weights, you need carbohydrates. So meat and fruit, and then use other sources of carb like dates, honey, maple syrup, other types of fruit, white rice, sweet potatoes, and just use them in context as to what helps your performance. But focus on the protein, focus on fat, and then fill in the gaps with carbohydrates. I like carbs, especially earlier in the day and before my training. I love carbs. Carbs are not the enemy. And of course, if you're doing resistance training and heavy resistance training, you need the glucose. You need the glycogen. Orion Official, how much time does it take you to meal prep, like shopping and prepping for the week? Not much time at all. I don't do meal prep. I just cook when or I'll eat leftovers. So I don't need to meal prep in advance because I'm not out of the house all day. I used to cook in advance, and I cook all the food. I just take it out of a container and eat as much as I wanted of what I had available. But meal prep doesn't take much time. So we'll cut up steaks, and I'll take them out in the afternoon, and then they'll come to room temperature, and then we'll salt them, then we'll cook them. And usually if we're cooking big steaks, I'm not necessarily going to eat it all in one sitting. Sometimes I do. And then if there's leftovers, I'll have it the next day in the afternoon, and I'll have sometimes more meals, or I'll have something in the middle of the day, or I'll have some kefir or some raw dairy. So my meals kind of fluctuate day to day depending, but I don't do in advance meal prep. If I was out of the house for 6-8 hours of the day and I needed to bring something, I would do that because I've done it before. But I'm not out of the house all the time, so I can make food whenever I need to. Michelle says, I watched a video on a female who did straight carnivore for 6 weeks. She had a few issues. Okay, buddy. Rufus. Did you hear that? Michelle says, watched a video on a female who did straight carnivore for 6 weeks. She had a few issues that resolved after adding in some carbs. I'm like, yeah, no shit, chick. You need those carbs. Yeah, look, carnivore, again, if you're doing an elimination diet, carnivore is going to be a complete elimination. But I always recommend after 6 to 8 weeks, you start implementing foods back in. You test them. I think more people need carbohydrates. Why was I was just kicked off TikTok. Does anyone know why I might have been kicked off TikTok? You ready for this? Live access removed. Your access to go live will be restored on May 29th. Oh, I've been kicked off live streaming for 3 days. Violation reasons, hate speech, and hateful behaviors. So I just got banned for 3 days from TikTok. I can't go live on TikTok for 3 days. All right, let's read this. Hate speech and hateful behaviors. TikTok is enriched by the various backgrounds of our community members. Our differences should be respected rather than a cause for division. We do not allow any hateful behavior, hate speech, or promotion of hateful ideologies. This includes content that attacks a person or group because of protected attributes. This is what communism is. That's a definition of communism. That's like an HR report. That's literally communism right there. You're creating division. This creates division. This creates hate. This is insane. I'm going to appeal it. And we'll see if it gets restored. Thanks for going live. Yeah, fuck you. This is why communism sucks. And if today is the perfect day to remember. Today is a perfect day to remember why communism sucks. And this is why a lot of people have given that great sacrifice, is so we don't have to put up with that communist trash. So fuck all of you. And, well, not all of you, but fuck the Chinese Communist Party. And let's rep a little bit of America. Thank you, Rumble. Even Rumble's a Canadian country, but a Canadian company. But they, at least, we're still on YouTube. YouTube is second. YouTube's next, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Fucking ridiculous. All right. Eye hole. Papa Swole, how often do you change your workouts for muscle confusion? The muscles don't get confused. That was a popularized term by P90X. That's not really a thing. So a novel stimulus is what you mean. You don't want to change things up that often. So I don't change my workouts often. I might swap in a different exercise if one gets stale, but you have to make sure that if you're implementing a new exercise, you have to be careful with your proximity to failure because you're going to incur more fatigue with a novel movement. So make sure you just use that sparingly and as needed, but too much variety is going to inhibit your adaptations. Okay. Are we ready to move on? Let's go balls deep and let's get into some new releases, shall we? Oh, TikTok. Jeremy says you hurt liberal feelings, liberal tears. Yeah, look, I have this one. Look, I got this old school Daily Wire leftist tears cup today. Remember they were selling that? I don't know if they still do that. This was like several years ago. I had this. We gave one to a friend. She was staying over for the weekend, and then we made some. She lived like in northern Florida, so she had to leave early. So we gave her a leftist tears mug to take her coffee. But I don't know if any of you have this. This is an old school Daily Wire mug. Leftist tears. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. Jesus. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's get some new releases. We do have some balls deep content. So let's do one of those first, and then we'll get into some new releases. Let's get into some fat phobia. Why not?
What's in the box?
Why not? 5 pillars of fat phobia. Let's check out this video.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of comments telling me to go to the gym every single day. I don't make content about the gym. I don't make content about my weight. I don't even make content about food. Yet me sitting here yapping with my chubby cheeks is enough to warrant disrespect.
I'm just going to say that you're disrespecting your own body if you're obese. So it starts with you. It starts with you.
Do a deep dive analysis about why it pisses them off so much.
Why are you making a video about it? Sounds like it pisses you off.
Number 1, conditioned halo effect. Thinness is always perceived as good, and fatness is always perceived as bad and lazy.
Thinness can also be unhealthy, but fatness is definitely not good. So those are both true things.
This is compounded by the patriarchy, where men are encouraged to be bigger and women are encouraged to shrink. So I got a double whammy, being a woman and being plus size. Ooh.
Fat.
Me just being here, being loud, taking up space.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be annoying about it. So you're being annoying, so people don't like that. Denial is not attractive. So there's that too.
Is already challenging the patriarchy. And the way fat phobia is able to slip through the cracks and be more ignored, there's a misguided belief in health policing. Just because you're skinny, you're already interpreted as being healthy. Obviously, we all know that is wrong.
Look, I always say I don't agree. People can have cancer. They can have other drug addictions or anorexia. So being skinny isn't, that's why you want muscle mass. You want to be healthy. Being healthy, which doesn't mean being frail. Okay? Okay.
Nobody cares about what your blood work panel says. There's this notion that they're trying to be helpful. Trying to be helpful by telling you to go to the gym.
Look, if you don't care about your health, I mean, I don't lose any sleep over you justifying your obesity. I sleep like a baby. It's just a fact. And if you don't like facts, then we can't really help you, can we?
Meanwhile, if there's a skinny person in a fast food restaurant eating, nobody would ever tell them to go to the gym or stop eating that.
I would. I would. I would. If you're going, let's say if you're going through drive-through, if you're doing drive-through for fast food, that's a drug deal. You're getting handed a greasy bag of vegetable oil around the back side of a building. You're literally driving around a building because your fat fucking ass doesn't want to get out of the car. And when I say fat, most people that are skinny are fat. They have a high body fat percentage because they have no muscle mass. So you're literally doing a drug deal. You're driving around the back of like a box building and someone's handing you a greasy bag of dog shit out a window. Sounds gross to me.
This is even more interesting when it's coming from women. Women who force themselves to live to these beauty standards can feel angry that other women are choosing not to. Unshackle yourself, babe. There's also a monetary implication. The weight loss industry generates millions, probably billions of dollars by now. They want you to continue feeling like there's something wrong with you. So you can keep thinking that there's something that you have to fix. But you don't have to. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Everybody should be taking care of themselves, regardless if you're fat or skinny. Anyways, love you guys.
Why do they whisper? Everyone should be taking care of themselves, regardless of whether they're fat or skinny. Well, guess what? If you're fat, you're not taking care of yourself. How do I know? I can see you. I can see all of you. You're ginormous. You're ginormous.
I am the danger.
You're fucking-normous. You are huge and you shouldn't be. Why is your body fat percentage so high? Okay, let's get into some new releases. Let's get into those recipes first.
What's in the box?
Christ. All right, first one, fam. It is summer officially. First one we got is berry lemonade. All right. Hey, yo. Berry lemonade. All right. That looks like a lot of fruit. That looks like a lot of fruit. I mean, just a lot of recipe pictures make it, you know, that's like a visual, but holy shit. Like, where's the liquid in that? That's a lot of fruit in there. There's just like a pile of raspberries on the top. Like, bro, you want to drink or eat that? It looks good, but the visual is a little bit excessively fruited, in my opinion. Is an apple slice in there too, or peach? Like, what the? I mean, that's going to take one sip and it's gone. And then you're just like chewing that's a lot of fruit in there, bro. That's a lot of fruit. God damn. That's a lot of fruit in that glass. Fam, get the day started right with a nice meal. How about breakfast liver sausage patties? Ooh.
Hadouken! Shoryuken!
Interesting. All right, check that out. If you have issues with raw liver, check out breakfast liver sausage patties. That's a great way to mask maybe the flavor and get some denser nutrition. Reminder, you can actually go to a butcher and take your liver and be like, hey, can you grind this up for me? Or get a grinder and you could put in a small percentage of liver into your ground beef. You can just do a little bit of liver. You don't have to do a lot and build up your tolerance and the flavor. You get used to the flavor. The more you have liver, the more you'll get adapted to the flavor. Mix it in, blend it in. That's not bad. Breakfast liver sausage. And if you're using actual sausage or pork or whatever it is, you know that's a strong flavor too. So it's going to blend in nicely. Looks good. Aside from that lettuce. What the fuck? Why is there lettuce on that plate? Why is there lettuce on that plate? Get that fucking grass off my plate. What is that? What is that? I don't need a bed of lettuce. Get that shit off my meat. Blasphemy. I'm not even going to pronounce that. That's French stuff. We'll have one more. Steak au poulet. How do you pronounce that? I don't know, but it looks good. It says steak, so there you go. Steak au poulet. Au poulet. Au poulet. Poulet. Whatever. Don't put French things in my freedom food. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it looks good. What's on it? Is that chocolate? I don't know what that is. But the steak. The steak is there. I like the first part. I don't know what that is. So check out the recipe. I can't even tell you how that's made. But it's in the folder. It's in the app. So go check it out. Steak au poulet. Poulet. Whatever. All right, let's do these featured classes, and then we'll do some more balls deep edits, and we'll have some
What's
more
in
fun.
the box?
All right, featured classes this week, fam. Make sure you check out these. Remember, these are already in your app. These are already in the Swolenormous app. But if you've never tried them, you know, we have a lot of stuff, and I don't expect you to search through every last thing, but some of you have already done this if you go to the Swolga section. So again, we put these on the home page, and we feature different classes and different workouts inside the app. That way, oh shit, I never tried a Swolga class, or I never tried this one. And then you can go and check out other ones, or you can add it to your favorites list. So maybe it might just put in a spotlight for someone who's a new member or one that you've never tried before. So this week's featured Swolga class is Swolga for spine, wrists, and ankles. Spine, wrists, and ankles. So check that out. It's with your boy. That's me. Look at those freedom pants. Featured Swollen 7 is Swollen 7 Mace, round 4.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
And the featured workout this week is Legs 1. Legs 1. So check out all those featured classes. Spotlight. Ooh, Legs 1. Got some walking lunges up in this bitch. I haven't done walking lunges in a while. Might add that back to my repertoire in the future. That's a good one. Get those glutes firing. Get some walking lunges. All right, let's get into another video. This one is called, what was that one last? Support fat allies.
What's in the box?
I won't do it. I will not.
Hi, stop.
Jesus.
Listen up. Happy
Right.
Friday. Are you going to go out tonight? Are you going to spend upwards of $50 on drinks, dinner, whatever? What if you put $10 towards supporting Fat Allies and Fat Allyship? We are making towels up to a size 7X.
Jesus
and
Christ.
we need to fund our Kickstarter in the next 4 days.
So she's making blankets. We are making towels up to a size 7X. Towels? You mean beach blankets? Towels up to a size 7X. That's like a king size sheet. So she's making bedding, apparently. What the fuck?
And we need to fund our Kickstarter in the next 4 days. We need to make $35,000, and we only get our money if we meet our goal.
I mean, I would buy a 7X towel. I mean, I guess that's a big towel. Big towels are great for the beach. Sounds like you need sounds like you're looking for like an Alaskan king, right? Isn't the Alaskan king, isn't that the biggest bed? It's like super wide and super long. She's making like Alaskan king size towels, apparently.
This goal is going to help us go into production and bring these towels to market. What you can do is you can go down the link below. You can pledge online. You can pledge as low as $1. We have rewards that are at $10, $20, $30, $40.
Nope.
Stickers, artwork that says all bodies are good bodies.
All bodies are good bodies. Love is love, even if they're pedophiles, right? Love is love. All bodies are good bodies. No, hard pass on the Marxist garbage.
Imagine if you had artwork in your house when you were a kid that said all bodies are good bodies.
You would wake up, you would grow up delusional, just like you did. I'd rather not poison the future generation. I'll pass on that. I'll pass on the brainwashing, but thank you for asking. Appreciate you.
This matters. And you can give these rewards as gifts, as birthday presents, just for everyday life. It matters. Getting towel funded is going to change the market for soft goods.
Getting towel funded is going to change the market for soft goods. I don't think it's going to change the market at all. At all. Towels for beached whales. Got it.
We can provide access to more bodies and more people.
More bodies and more people. What's the difference? Can someone tell me what the difference is between a body and a person? Is that like pregnant people? Is that like people with a front hole? Is that what we're talking about? Right? Your front hole, ladies. To more bodies and more people. All right? Listen to the terminology. So she is dehumanizing people. Again, they're always pointing the finger at other people. She is dehumanizing people. We can provide access to more bodies. What? What are you talking about? People, I like big towels. It's called a beach towel. It's a big fucking towel. If you're getting out of the shower, you don't need a blanket. You're just wiping off the water and drying off. You use a hair dryer and blow off your crack and shit like that. If you go to the beach, you want a big towel. So, I don't know. Who doesn't like big towels? Who doesn't like big towels or beach towels? It's called a beach towel or a blanket.
Provide access to more bodies and more people. And when we bring towels up to a 7X,
I hate your face.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face.
I hate your face.
But I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
I hate your face.
That is going to help push this pendulum forward. Please help. The link.
Yeah, push the pendulum forward. I don't think you understand.
You keep using the word.
Yeah.
I don't think it means what you think.
We're going to push. We're going to push the pendulum forward. Well, guess what pendulums do? They swing back. Yeah. So keep pushing it forward. It's just going to swing back even harder.
Below in the comments.
It's going to hit.
Go to our
Kickstarter, hit you right in the fupa.
Towel inclusive towels and help pledge. Every dollar counts.
Towel inclusive towels. Towel inclusive towels. I'm thinking we're going to go to the site and check it out.
We only have 4 days left to get $35,000 more dollars. We need to get funded and we need to meet our goal to do that. Let's bring towels to market. Let's bring towel to market. Love you guys.
Was it towel inclusive towels?
Thank you for helping
towel
make
inclusive towels.
This community better by bringing more access to people in larger bodies.
Let's see. Kickstarter towel size inclusive towels. I hope you've raised $1. Oh, there's nothing? Thank you for your patience. Backers only. All updates. Oh, God. That's a huge... Whoa. Oh. He. Let me see. All updates. Update 19. Campaign. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. How do they raise money for this disgusting shit? Let's check it out. Should we check it out? Matt Damon. All right, let's put this shit on blast. $73,000. So I need to get into this Kickstarter shit because, man, apparently you could raise money for absolutely fucking anything. $73,000. Last updated January 21st, 2024. Sounds like a grift to me. Where's the product? A year and a half ago. There's no product yet? Oh, it says towels are shipping right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at these fatties. 27 backers? No way. Oh, okay. 24. Okay, all right. All Bodies Are Good Bodies journal. $30. 139 backers. How much are people paying for this shit? One towel, $60. 32 backers. Two towels, early bird, 150. 220. 13 backers for $250. Oh, should we play this? We Are Towel. Is that Lizzo? Towels designed for your body. Real talk. The average American woman is a size 16 to 18. Yeah, that's a problem. The average bath towel is made to fit a size 6 to 8. Lack of inclusive sizing causes harm. Has it caused you harm because you find it harder to dry between your fat rolls and you smell afterwards because of mildew? Towels represent warmth and care. I want to punch myself right in the dick. Every body deserves access to towels that fit. Again, if you're so fat that you can't fit into a chair, if you're so fat that you can't fit into an airplane seat, if you're so fat that a towel, if you're so fucking fat that a towel can't fit around your body, if you can't dry off with a fucking towel, you are gigantic. You are morbidly obese if a towel isn't effective. I need a 7X towel. I hate this. I'm not going to read all this shit. Expert designed with you in mind. Expert designed. What's it made out of? I guarantee it's tons of endocrine disruptors, right? Bet you it's not cotton. Oecotex? I want to know what it's made out of. I hope you're putting polyester on your puss. The irony. Doesn't sound like 100% organic cotton, so don't put this on your body. All bodies are good bodies. All right, where is it? Ah, Jesus Christ. Risks and challenges. Reusability. Sustainable materials. What's the material? Our textiles are currently Oecotex, which means they've been tested for harmful. What's it made out of? What's it made out of? I want to know the material. Still doesn't say what it's made out of. All right, I hate my life. Okay. All right. It's good. That's good talk. Good talk. Great stuff. Great stuff. Anyway, who's ready for more releases? Who's ready for releases that aren't retarded? Fam, we got new merch. But before we do, let's get into a yoga class. We'll do another throwback, and then we'll do our merch release. You ready for this? There we go.
What's in the box?
Pedro says, nice to see they started making car-sized sham wows. All right, brand new yoga. Who's ready? Okie dokie. For all levels, for all Swole fan members, everyone who enjoys to get deep. You guys want to go deep? You want to go deep with the Swole fam? Check out this brand new express class, Deep Yin for Hips. Y'all know this is going to be a great one with Alex. What a great class. Yin is fantastic. It's great. It pairs up beautifully with maximum swole or intense lifting. It's all levels, all yin. There's no level. You guys know this. There's no level 1 or level 2 or level 3. There's no advanced yin. It's always what you can do. You're just holding positions for extended periods of time. You can modify all the movements. Check it out. Brand new yoga class inside the Swolenormous app for members. Deep Yin for Hips. Deep Yin for Hips based.
Boom shakalaka!
Okay, let's get into another video, and then we got a new merch release. Who's ready for that? This one's called Gender Dysphoria. Ooh.
What's
oh, yeah.
In the box?
Oh, yeah. You know it's going to be juice. You know it's going to be juice.
I am trans non-binary, and I have suspect endometriosis. Yes, we exist. My gender has made finding a diagnosis and treatment a lot more difficult for me. Not only because it can be really hard to advocate for yourself when you don't know that people are going to respect your gender identity.
Because you have a mental disorder and no one wants to play tea party with you. So you have a mental disorder, so people can't actually treat you because you're avoiding the root cause of your mental disorder. Let's continue.
But also because a lot of the treatments available for endometriosis do not fit with the lifestyle that I want.
Oh, no.
Honestly would make me extremely dysphoric and just not be a good fit for me.
Oh, sounds like my problem,
I
huh?
think this needs to be talked about more because this isn't just a thing that happens to me, but
it happens to all people that have mental disorders.
I don't see anybody talking about it.
Because it's retarded.
And that makes me really sad because
no one cares.
This is something that has been a massive impact on my life.
You're just living in a land of make-believe, and it doesn't have to have a massive impact. You're trying to force your insane worldview onto everyone else, and no one cares.
And the fact that some people aren't getting care for it because they are scared of what will happen if they go to the doctor.
They're afraid that the doctor will actually point out the obvious. You're afraid the doctor will literally use logic and common sense, and we can't have that in my mental delusions. We can't have that.
And the doctor tells them, oh, the only way you can fix this is through taking birth control. That's scary.
I don't, look, I'm not, I am anti-birth control, but not for the mentally retarded. Like for these people, I'm totally fine with her being on birth control because we do not need this reproducing. We do not need more of this in the world. So I will say this kind of insanity is a problem that solves itself because they don't want to reproduce, right? And they're trying to sterilize themselves. So it benefits humanity long term, to be honest.
Like, I knew for myself at least that birth control wasn't an option for me because I could not mentally handle knowing the
I could not that's the quote of this video. I could not mentally handle. Oh, we know. We know.
fact that I was putting in traditionally female hormones into my body, and it unfortunately made it just a no-go from the beginning. I thankfully have been able to find a doctor that knows that I don't want birth control. I haven't been able to tell them that I'm trans yet because it just didn't come up. But I think this is also the reason that we need to be talking about this more, because you should not feel afraid to seek medical help when you are in pain.
Make asylums great again.
Anyway, there's a lot more that I could say about this topic.
Shh, don't.
But I don't want to make this video too long, so if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
That is
are there any women here today?
Let me know, because I would love to meet you. So.
Okay. I didn't like him anyway. He wasn't right in the hat.
Okay. Hail or high water, if I subscribe to Papa Swole's app, is there a hair care section? Got the same length going on, but none of the Viking god look. Well, yeah, we got, Alex says Main Gains is coming soon. Yeah, we have a scalp seed. We have Main Gains. So that's for, scalp seed is for the roots, for strengthening your roots. And Main Gains is for the mids and the ends. And of course, we have the Bull Cream, which is grass-fed and finished organic tallow cream. So yes, we are going to have a lot more of that stuff. And once we officially launch and you're able to purchase these things, we're going to have videos that show proper application. We're going to have a lot of that stuff and content because Mama Swolio is the expert in terms of hair care and body care. And she was integral in helping formulate these because she always made these kinds of things for me. And it's all made with organic essential oils and such. So once we have this stuff launched, I don't know if we'll have we might put in the masterclass section. It's going to be on the homepage and we'll have we'll build out that section with tutorials. We'll have it on the website. So when people purchase them, you can go and see it on the Shopify store. You'll be able to watch the videos and things like that. But we'll have a lot of good content inside the app also. We'll probably have it in both places. That way, people that want to there's different ways you can use them. You could do it with a more professional approach. If you're using it on your spouse or vice versa, someone's doing it for you, you could do it yourself. And we'll show you different ways where you can get the most out of these products. So yeah, we're launching those soon. We announced them a couple weeks ago, but then there were some, believe it or not, when you're launching a product, there's so many legal nuances. And we just found out we're working with the labels and trying to readjust things. And then we're about to launch. It's a pain in the ass. It really is a pain in the ass. It's worth it and it will be worth it. But we already have the things formulated. But then we just found out that there's another new law that was passed. So we have to have another thing listed on the labels. And now we don't have room because we had all this other stuff and it was perfectly sized and everything's ready. And now we have to have this other disclaimer or something on this product. So now we have to rearrange things. So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like little things here and there, but we're trying to get them up as soon as possible. So, you know, it's good. We want to make sure that it's easy to understand. And of course, we're going to have other types of, you know, we have like the directions on it and like the ingredients and all that kind of stuff. But there's another couple things that we have to put on there. That way we can, you know, avoid liability, or that's required based on Florida law or whatever it is. So a couple things that we're working on there. Just found this out the other day. So we have to like back to the drawing board a little bit and adjust a couple things. Mark says, hopefully it won't take as long as the app. No, we announced the app last year, I think on Memorial Day, and then we released it in November, but it better not take that long. It won't, because it's already ready to go. We just have to like finalize this so we have the print looking good. Like we got a first sample and the labels didn't look the way they should, so we have to like rearrange. And then luckily we didn't print all this stuff because we have to add this other phrase to it. So just kind of we're in the final touches. So be patient. Be patient, and it'll be there. It'll be there. Hail or high water, just purchased some adjustable dumbbells and a bench and started lifting 3 times a week over the last 3 weeks after getting blasted by your vids on Facebook. Appreciate you, man. Awesome. Good for you. What adjustable dumbbells did you get? Great purchase. Great choice. I have power blocks that go up to 90 that I purchased when we were still in the apartment. I haven't used them in a while, but man, having adjustable dumbbells is great. You know, especially some of the ones that they're making now. They make a lot of them that actually look like real dumbbells and have the same functionality. So it's getting better and better. The home gym and technology for people, it's just getting better and better. So adjustable dumbbells are a great option for home if you want to save space, because you get like the benefits of 10, 20, 30 different dumbbells in one thing. So a lot of you probably have adjustable dumbbells. If you have adjustable dumbbells, drop in the comments what kind you like or what kind you have. Okay. Let's do a throwback and then we'll get into that merch. Who's ready?
What's in the box?
Who's ready for merch? I know you want it. I know you want it. You gotta have it. I know you want it. Here we go. Throwback.
Back to simple bathroom signs.
What the hell are you talking about?
Because I was in a nice Italian restaurant with my partner the other night and I was so tired.
So it's late. Go to bed.
And I'm alcohol free. And I walked to the bathrooms and there was a picture of a very sweet Italian grandma on one room.
That means women. A grandmother is a female. That's where people with vaginas go into. So you could sit down and pee.
And a very sweet Italian grandpa on the other.
A grandpa is an older man who has had a child, and his child has had a child. That's a man with a pee-pee. If you have a ding-a-ling between your legs, that's where you go in, because you could stand up to pee.
My brain, my non-binary brain just blanked out, and I couldn't identify with either. And I did not know what bathroom to use.
You're insane. Non-binary is not a thing. Non-binary is a projection of mental illness. The more you know. That reminds me of the brand new merch we dropped last week. You guys know this? That we dropped new merch last week? The more you know. We have the Shooting Star Fuck Your Feelings. Tell me, how many of you purchased this one already? Yo. How many of you jumped on that Shooting Star Fuck Your Feelings? Epic merch. Is that purple? Or that's a blue? Nice. I can't wait till mine comes in. I can't wait. I haven't done like the new merch content. I haven't done content with the latest merch in a little bit. So I'm going to be doing some videos. I got to film with all of these. I don't think I've filmed. I filmed with Powerpump Girls. Seriously, I'm due for a new batch of videos. I have to go back to Jurassic Pump. Chicken is a vegetable. Curl Bears. I think my Curl Bears, I wore it a couple times to work out. I think it's pretty gnarly actually at this point. Swole White and the 7 Steaks. My Swole Pony. Swole Gumby. NotRetarded.com. They do lift in herds. Pumpachoo, Gym Busters, Fuck Your Feelings, Shooting Star. And guess what? We don't stop, bitches. We got more merch. We got more merch. Fuck yeah! Did I not post? I didn't even share the card today. Freedom Gains. Hashtag Freedom Gains. Drop in the comments. Freedom Gains today. I'm actually going to load up TikTok because I'm curious to see if my appeal got approved. I bet you it didn't. Live access suspended. So it still didn't get approved. Oh, let's see. Account updates. Appeal not approved. Did not approve my appeal. Oh no. Appeal not approved for my hate speech and my hateful behaviors on TikTok. Hateful behaviors. Me and my hateful behaviors. All my hate speech. It's not hate speech if it's speech you don't like. That doesn't make it hate speech. That's called communism. So, fuck you, Xi Jinping, and your garbage fucktard of an app. Okay. Goddamn. Not surprised. Not surprised. I actually take it as a badge of honor to get blocked on TikTok. It makes me know whenever I get censored, it just lets me know that I'm right over the target. Whatever that was, whatever that hate speech was, it just lets me know that I'm over target. So anytime I get censored for mean things, I just know that I'm exercising my free speech and that these apps can go fuck themselves. So, I mean, I am totally fine with it. I am totally fine with it. If I don't get blocked on TikTok, that's probably a problem. It's probably an issue. So I know that I'm not speaking freely if I'm not getting censored. So when I don't get views on YouTube, when I don't get views on TikTok, it's like, not a problem. That means I'm doing right. If I get banned on TikTok, we're on point, fam. We're doing it right. We're doing it right. We're doing it right. Fuck yeah! We're doing it right. Right? We're doing it right. Okay. That's the circle of life, fam. That's how things go. That's how things go. I know you guys generally. Let me close this out because that's glitching. Why can't I close that? Let me get this out. Let me try to open these up again. Now I'm having trouble opening up the new merch drop. So let me just close a couple of these windows and we'll open it up fresh. If you have any last minute questions, you could drop in the comments. We're just chilling, about to drop some new merch. Why is that thing closed? Why is it not closing? Oh, something is glitchy. Let's see here. Let me see if I can force quit. Preview, force quit. Finder. Okay, let me see if I can upload these again. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. All right, well that's good. Got that one. Let me see if I can open them separately. Okay, I'll open them separately. That works. Because you guys know when we drop new merch, I like to show you guys the image of the merch on the screen. But of course, with the merch on the shirts, it's not high resolution. So I actually got 2 copies. I got the actual high resolution one so I could show you and zoom in just so you could see it on both. But this is what happens, right? This is what happens with, it's just the circle of life. We try to expand our awareness, expand the knowledge, expand the gains, and sometimes people can't handle it. So a lot of you know about Jurassic Pump and Forest Pump and the Curl Bears, and these were actually all, and we used to be a proper country, you know? We used to be a proper country where these shows were going to be made. So Curl Bears, the Power Pump Girls, Jurassic Pump, Forest Pump, these were all the original titles and the original releases for these movies and these classics. So yeah, Jurassic Park was a great movie. It was a game-changing movie, but Jurassic Pump was the original. Forest Pump was the original, but they had to go they had to go Forrest Gump because not as many people were lifting. Like, they were ahead of their time, so they had to backtrack and redo the movie. So these were all the originals. So I'm just sharing with you all the original designs.
What's in the box?
So we now have, it's not the circle of life, it is the circle of lift. Brand new Lion King merch, the circle of lift. An amazing design showing you the original. And I know that was a game-changing movie for Disney, but this would have been a lot better. The Circle of Lift is the original. You had old Rafiki doing an overhead press. You had Timon and Pumbaa in the background making sick fucking gains. I mean, this is the OG merch. This is the original design. So let me just zoom in. This is the original theme, the original design for the movie. This is the OG. And they went a different direction. And it did really well. So let's be honest. Obviously, there's like the Broadway play, awards, whatever it is. I mean, it did well, but it definitely didn't do as well as it could have been. It didn't do as well. The Circle of Life. They just changed it. They tweaked it. They bastardized the original screenplay, which was The Circle of Lift. So check it out. You got the beard logos on the dumbbells in the corner. Let's zoom in. So we got the high res. Look at Timon and Pumbaa making gains. I like to making gains. Yeah, making gains. All right. Look at that. Look at that. They're very proud. Very proud. Very proud. It's awesome. The lion's jacked. Timon and Pumbaa are jacked. The zebra's jacked. The giraffe is jacked. And look at old Rafiki. You know, you follow old Rafiki. He knows the way. You follow Rafiki. He has good form. Look at that form. Look at that snatch. 6 plates. 6 fucking plates. What is that? $5.95? Right? 4 plates is, what is it? 4 plates is $4.05. 5 plates is $5.80. Right? $5.95 or $5.75. What is 6 plates? I forget. $4.95 plus 90. It's like $5.85, right? Is that $5.85? 6 plates. 12 times 45 plus 45. I think it's $5.85. I don't know if I ever really went that heavy. So I forget I've gone that heavy on like hip bridges and shit like that. So I think it's $5.85. Anyway, look at that. Look at his abs. Look at that form. Look at that form. Look at that extension. Look at that. Look at that rotation. Look at that scapular depression. Look at that form. You follow Rafiki. He knows the form. Beautiful. Beautiful design. 12 plates total is $5.40, so $5.85. You have to add the bar. $5.85. And there you go on the merch. So we got a lot. The cool one, look, if you get like the blue, the light blue, it's going to be really good for the sky. But of course, you can get any background you want. So you can go green, you can go blue. And of course, we have every different style and shit. We'll have stickers. We have all the stuff. How awesome is that design? You guys like that shit? Let's make that live. So we have 20% off everything over at papaswolio.com. The Circle of Lift, now available. It's the circle of lift when we make sick gains. It's the circle of lift. And they're so proud. They're so proud of old Rafiki. Look at that. They're so proud. Overhead. Look at that fucking baboon. Look at them. Look at the pride. Look at the pride. Look at them. Fucking glorious. Look at that. Boom. So proud of old Rafiki. Look at those quads, dude. Look at that. Bam. Let's zoom in. Look at the zebra. Dun, dun, dun. Timon and Pumbaa just fucking jacked. Yeah, everyone's lifting. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Circle of lift. Oh god, this shit cracks me up. Oh my god. I love these designs. It cracks me up. We only make designs that make me laugh. If it doesn't make me laugh, we don't do this. Is great. Fucking awesome. Okay. All right. You guys like it? You guys like it? And you might ask, how do we have awesome designs every week? Well, we're just creative as fuck. What can we say? So check it out. papaswolio.com. The new merch should be up. We had to keep it in draft mode because I didn't want anyone seeing it before the show. Some of you might have caught it briefly, but it will be available. If it's not available now, it's going to be available shortly. Let me see, new releases. It should be up like shortly. So I sent a notification message. So we're going to make that live. It's not available live this very second, but it will be momentarily. Let's see. Let's take some more questions. We'll chill. We got a Swole card coming, by the way, if you missed it, or the Swole text, hashtag Freedom Gains. Don't have the camera set up. I haven't done anything with the camera yet to reset it back up. I just like holding it up now. It's just easier. Freedom Gains, but we will get it set up again. I'll take some more questions at the buzzer. New merch, papasolio.com. Let's see. Papa, does that mean we're getting a Stitch shirt, jacking up jabronis in the gym? What is that? Lilo and Stitch? Yeah, we could do a Lilo and Stitch design. We got another design that we're working on. We're currently working on. We got a new. What I also want to do is some of our classics, some of the ones that we already have. I want to do new versions. I want to do like version 2.0 of some of our best sellers and ones that are really good. So we're actually working on a version 2.0 of one of our other famous designs. Mark says still waiting on the baby Swolio merch. Yeah, we'll get that too. Swolio and Stitch. That's not bad. Swolio and Stitch, and I'm Lilo. Or Lilo. Yeah, baby Swolio. We'll get the baby Swolio designs. Oh, was there a new movie? Oh, they made a live action one, didn't they? I don't follow movies. I don't follow any of the new stuff. The only movie I'm aware of is the latest Mission Impossible, and I'm not going to go see that in theaters. I'm just waiting for that to come out so I can buy it and watch it at home. I don't even know what's out yet. Martial Arts Mama says, I got Swole cards last week and my kids stole all my stickers. Based. They know what's up. Well, they stole, what stickers did you get? I think we ran out of the other kind, so we sent out old school Swole variant stickers. Live action's the worst. I don't know. It's not the same. What's crazy is just not every movie has to be redone. And I really feel like Hollywood just thinks that lowly of the population. Like, oh, they're so fucking retarded. They'll just go see anything. If we just put the name on it, they'll go see it. We'll make money off this. It's all about the profit. It's not about making a quality movie. Live action's garbage. It's awful. And they don't do good. Like, how do you redo The Lion King? It's a classic. It's awesome. Like, you don't have to redo it. Yeah. I used to watch. Yeah, Wallace and Gromit. These are all ideas. I've had all these before. Yeah. So we have so many more designs. You should see our list of things we're working on. We have just a list, like a laundry list of just tons of things. Yeah. We have so many designs. So I think the one, I'm not sure if it's for next week. It might be. We're working on a 2.0 of a classic. So coming soon. Yeah, there's no original ideas anymore. LET says The Lion King wasn't technically live action, it was a CGI. My daughter wants a Swole Patrick Star design. Yeah, we're going to be doing some. We might do another one. Because we have the SpongeBob Swole pants. We might do another one with Patrick Star. Yeah. Patrick Swole. Yeah, we'll get that one going too. And your daughter can enjoy it and wear it with pride. So we'll get that one. We'll put that in the mix. We'll put that in the priority mix. So the new design will be up in a couple minutes. So we're just going to be posting it. Maybe we'll chill until that's live. Cerny says I have a lot of ideas, but they're all X-rated. Oh, jeez.
Because stickers?
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, Cerny. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. All right. We have a Swole card, so that design will be up momentarily. And then you guys can go and flood the site. Maybe I'll text you guys when it's officially up. 3307, hashtag freedom gains. Let's give away this Swole card, shall we? Let's do it. Falcon, hit the music button. Thank you. The Curl Bear shirts. Curl Bears are great. Oh, I love it. Merch, merch. Merch, merch. Merch, merch. Let's go. Let's go. Shh. Because the devil. Today's winner landed right on it. Martial Arts Mama. They stole you. Is that the one you said you stole her stickers? Maybe they don't steal your Swole card. Were you just saying that your kids stole your stickers? Was that Martial Arts Mama? Anyway, Freedom Gains. Don't let them steal your Swole card. Congratulations on winning some Freedom Gains today. Some Freedom Gains. Congratulations. Excellent. Oh my God, I got some stuff at the bottom. Excellent.
Wait, your biggest stickers? Here's a
Congratulations. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's see what we got here. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3307 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations. Awesome card. Awesome card. So we will have that design up momentarily, and go check it out. So it's 20% off everything. The Circle of Lift. Just a reminder, if you're just tuning into the show now, the Circle of Lift is imminently available over there at papaswolio.com. And you got 20% off the entire site. So keep hitting that reload button. It'll be up shortly in the next couple minutes. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. If you are ready to join the fam, head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today and get access to all the master classes, all the programs. I hope you all go make some gains today and get Swole. Answer that gratitude prompt, that Swole text that I sent out. If you didn't answer that yet, we'll read some more responses tomorrow and probably the next day. We got a lot of them in, so I want to definitely feature all those awesome responses. So swolenormousx.com and introduce yourself in the community section. Go make some gains. Go rock and cop some amazing merch. Don't forget, we got the lift merch. We got everything, and we're going to be having some real cool features. We're going to be putting up all the America merch because we got summer. We got America season coming up. So we're going to have all the red, white, and Swole merch. We're going to be featuring all that collection for the summer. So, and we have other designs and new stuff coming. So very excited about that. Thanks for being here, Beaches. We'll see you tomorrow for 3308. Also, if you did not check out the weekend episodes, go check out 3306, yesterday's episode, and 3305. We took a lot of comments earlier. I know a lot of you really loved those weekend episodes, so don't miss out on that. Go check out the Swolosophy episodes. If you missed it, you got some great content to go through, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace, McGeese. Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no